Can you hear me? Is anyone there? It's hard to have your voice heard when you're sitting 6 feet under the ground. Harder still when you have your voice snuffed out by all that noise from the world above. But it seems like I have your attention now. Don't I? Are you listening? When it began, I wasn't frightened. I wasn't like all those images people have in their mind of helpless, hapless women thrashing and throwing their arms around in vain. It was almost a painful but peaceful realization of what was about to come. Your mind races through so many different trains of thought. Mine went to a memory of my father carrying me aloft as we walked through a forested area. I was brushing my hands against the trees as we went past. That was just before a thorn tore into the palm of my hand. I screamed in pain as my father put me down. I saw droplets of my blood fall to the forest floor, glistening in the sun. I remember now, he knelt down and told me solemnly, "There is much in this world that will look to do a lot worse to you than put a thorn through your hand." If only I listened. See, I've come to realize 2 things since then. One, that the only thing separating most of us from murder is opportunity. And second, that every man has a facade, his shield to cower behind when he's confronted with the truth. What men like these don't understand is guilt punishes the soul, like pain punishes the body. It's enough to make you want to put a bullet through your head. But then again, so should we all.
All dressed up, huh? And this is where you decide to go.
Where else would I be?
Don't men like you have some sort of club where you feed sharks and bathe in the tears of the innocent?
It can wait.
Why am I here? I mean, I'm obviously meant to be captive here, but no handcuffs, no bars outside the window. You, sir, are a very misguided man.
Are we really going to do this?
Do what? Sit here while you judge me for something you believe I've done. If you really know everything that happened, why do you need me here?
I know enough, Sanjay. I'm the reckoning, here to bring some semblance of justice in an unjust world. What I don't know is how a junkie like you managed to get away with it. I've heard of dumb luck, but even you...
Luck? Luck had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. I mean, she does look smoking hot from these pictures you've shown me. Oh my. I can imagine doing so many things with her. But killing her? Out of the question. Not my way of doing things. Not my style.
You have your way, I have mine. As for the right way, the correct way, the only way, it does not exist.
There you go again, quoting some faggot German philosopher.
I know you can be persuasive, Sanjay, even when you don't open your mouth. But I want to get the facts straight.
What facts do you want to get straight? Do you want to know what she said before she popped? Or whether I hypo-fucking-thetically ran my hands all over her?
If only I had all the evidence I need, Sanjay. But there was nothing to physically tie you to the scene. Just an eyewitness who saw someone who looked a lot like you.
I imagine you looked a lot like me 20 years ago. What difference does that make?
Let's not get carried away here, Sanjay. You're here for a reason. Time to confess.
All right then. I killed her. I took a corkscrew and stuck it in her throat. That's what she gets for wanting an 82 Merlot. See? I confessed to murder. Lock me up and throw away the key. Thought so. You selfish little man. Your imagination really runs wild, doesn't it?
I didn't imagine your acts, Sanjay. I saw them with my own eyes. I saw her dead eyes scream in terror. I saw the last moments of a girl who knew her death was coming and had no hand in saving it. We are a hopeless collection of bad men and women.
Ah, but the world needs bad men and women to keep the rest from the door. On topic of keeping people at bay, you once told me you lived in the same block as our dead Jane Doe, didn't you?
I did. I saw her almost every day. 17 going on 30. She had so much going for her. I tried speaking to her. I tried to get her attention. But she always seemed preoccupied.
But you did get her attention that night, didn't you?
What?
You heard me. That night, she was walking back from the pub that you loved going to. You were there drowning your sorrows in some cheap whiskey. A lot less expensive than that swill in your glass. How your tastes have changed.
Look, you're the one who needs help, not me. It was not me who drugged a 17-year-old girl, took her back to my apartment, defiled her, and stabbed her in the throat.
In fact, all those drinks got to you. You had a lot more to drink than you usually do. You had your eye on her the entire time. You watched her go out, and then you followed her. The rest, as they say, is, history?
Where do you get off to with this?
You have much to answer for, Mr. Oberoi. I won't let you get away scot-free into the sunset. We know you did this, so I won't go down that road just yet and ask for your admission. But what I do want to know is, did you look at her strangled body and not feel? See, I almost imagine you enjoying such an act. You know, set your heart at a flutter and your prick stand up in attention. And if you did enjoy such an act, when did the guilt rush in? After all, how far can someone be from any morals that they sit in front of someone else and wear their crime like a crown?
If the only thing keeping us all decent is morals and divine retribution, we are fucking doomed. We'd like to think we're the center of the universe, like there's some sense, some order. But here's the kicker, Sanjay. Every last act on this rock of a planet is a coincidence. It's a set of indefinable probabilities occurring that led you, me, and her here. So don't try to stamp some sense of morality or guilt on an act of taking someone's life. So ask me again, Sanjay. Ask me whether I felt anything when I supposedly stood over her body and didn't feel a thing. And this time, leave out the bullshit, please.
Whoa. Someone's losing their shit now. You're right, you know. You didn't kill her. You didn't kill her because you felt like God or because you're Ted Bundy. You put a corkscrew through her throat because of how it made you feel. You felt alive, like you matter, and all of your philosophical shit about the world being a big bad wasteland needed to be proved right.
Your conviction is dangerous, Sanjay. It's far from the truth, and it won't let you leave.
Fuck, man, people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. You're not the only one who can quote philosophy, Mr. O'Broy. You knew you'd get away with it.
I almost had hope for you, Sanjay.
Hope? That's what you're calling this? Repenting every breathing moment of your life, knowing it'll only get worse. Atonement is a myth. When you're this hollow, there's only one thing that remains. Guilt. Guilt punishes the soul like pain punishes the body.
I'm not just your reckoning, Sanjay. I am judge, jury, and executioner tonight. If I have to take you out, I will.
Take me out! Point the gun at your own head and count down from 3. See, let's set the record straight, Mr. O'Broy. We did something very wrong. We held her life in our hands and discarded it like it was nothing.
Nothing! She was everything!
Why? Because she was your first kill. See, I'm no longer a bad dream you can wake up to and escape from. I'm right here in front of you, and I'm going nowhere. Look at me! Look in the mirror, Sanjay. Look at the last 20 years. You can ask me questions all night long and frame me for something that we did. But there's only one question that matters, Sanjay. When will you wake up, Sanjay? When will you admit to who you are and what you've done? It's enough to make you want to put a bullet through your head. But then again, so should we all.
I'm sorry, Sanjay. I let you get the better of me. Again.